Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. You may be wondering about the setting at the moment. It's a bit dark or moody around here. I'm actually in a studio at the moment. One to look out for, right? I've got a documentary that I'm doing with ITV. It's going to be coming out around about March time. And the documentary is all about racism in football, but from a fan's point of view. And just spent today interviewing some brilliant fans, West Ham fans, Arsenal, Chelsea, Millwall, Liverpool. It's been fantastic. And when that documentary comes out, make sure you check it out because there's some real interesting people in it. Cass Pennant, remember Cass Pennant? Leader of the ICF, he's in it and he's brilliant. So make sure you check that out when that comes out on ITV. But right now, it's all about transfers, right? And I've got a few good rumours for you today. One of the rumours that's really flying around today is all about Samuel Umtiti. Now, he's been linked with Arsenal many times before. Right throughout the summer, there were a lot of links linking him with a move to Arsenal. Of course, Umtiti plays for Barcelona, 26, a centre-back. And we all know that at the moment, Arsenal are desperately in need of a centre-back. Now, as I said, when the rumours first came around in the summer, Barcelona decided to keep hold of him. They didn't sell him, and he didn't end up at Arsenal. But the rumours have come back again now in January, and this time they're saying that Barcelona are willing to sell Umtiti for as little as £20 million, which is a tiny amount when you consider that in the summer, we were being quoted like 40, 50 million if they were going to sell. And one of the reasons why they seem to be interested in selling him is that he still seems to have a lot of injury problems. He's only started 4 games this season, and maybe that could be the reason why they may be interested in letting him go, because he's still got a contract that runs through till 2023. But as I said, only started 4 games this season, and you have to ask yourself the question, do Arsenal want to bring in another injury-prone player? You know, I mean, we've got enough of those at the moment, especially defenders. You only got to look at, Rob Holding. He's had the bad injury. Bellerin is still out with injury. You know, Mavropanos has been virtually injured since he started at Arsenal. Do we need another player that's injury-prone? Although Umtiti, French international, top player, but is there a reason why Barcelona may be willing to sell him? I think Arsenal will be very careful of that, but let's wait and see if anything develops out of that. I remember yesterday I did that poll, and I asked the question, Upamecano or Nathan Ake? We had Curtis on the show. He was very strongly for Upamecano. I said, you know what, Ake, for me, Nathan Ake would be a great signing. Well, the results of the poll, 82% of you said Upamecano, 18% for Nathan Ake. So you went with Curtis. Don't get me wrong, Upamecano would be a wonderful signing for Arsenal. Really can't see that happening at all during January, but there's a possibility that maybe come the summer could be one, him or Ake, that Arsenal could get done. And I really do think we need to be going for that calibre. Now, what about midfield? I mean, hopefully Granit Xhaka is going to be staying. We're still not 100% sure, but it seems like he will be. But we still seem a little bit short in that midfield area, and we've been linked with a box-to-box midfielder today, French, goes by the name of Boubakary Samari. He plays for Lille, still only 20, so very young. And Arsenal have apparently joined the race to sign the French player, according to the French media. There's 6 other clubs chasing him as well, apparently, at the moment. Wolves apparently had a £30 million bid for him rejected. And Lille are said to be willing to sell him, but probably will be more willing to sell him in a deal similar to sort of what we did with Saliba, where we took him from Saint Etienne and then loaned him back until the end of the season. It looks like Lille, they don't want to lose him right now, but would be willing to sell him, but with Arsenal maybe loaning him back till the end of the season and then getting him on a permanent move at the end of the season. I have to admit, I don't know a lot about this guy. I did see him, I think, when he played in a game against Chelsea. Didn't really, it wasn't really a standout performance by him, but he is coming with rave reviews, and he is only 20. And as I said, 6 other clubs chasing him. So he's got to be a real hot prospect. And then you think about one of our midfielders, Emile Smith-Rowe. Now, a lot of the rumours is that he's going to be going out on loan. Said to be a lot of clubs interested in taking him on a loan deal. Remember last season, he went on an unsuccessful loan deal to RB Leipzig. Got out there, got injured a lot. I think Arsenal was hoping that was going to be a real good loan move for him, but it didn't really work out. Didn't play a lot and was injured a lot. But Arsenal looking to loan him out. He's a very, very good player, but he needs game time, and he's not going to get that game time if he stays at Arsenal. He'll just get a little game here, odd game there. They really want to get this guy playing lots of games because they think very highly of him, and they see him as a player that in the future can come into the first team, but they want him to get game time. So it'll be really interesting to see where Emile Smith-Rowe ends up, but he is looking like he will go out on loan this season. Remember, he wasn't even in the squad. Well, he wasn't in the starting lineup for the game the other night against Leeds, a game which you would have expected him to play in. So that does suggest that Arsenal are kind of keeping him back because they want to send him on loan. And then there's Mustafi. Again, lots of talk today that Mustafi will be sold this January. As I said the other day, I think that's best for both parties that Mustafi's moved on. We bought him for £35 million, as everybody knows. It hasn't worked out. Gets a lot of stick off for fans. I just think the time is right for Mustafi to go. He's apparently taken on a brand new management team, and that management team are at the moment in discussions with Arsenal and looking to move him on to another club. And then there's a Dries Mertens rumour, which I spoke about yesterday. Mertens, of course, of Napoli, now 32. No spring chicken. There's a lot of these sort of players are in that sort of bracket at the moment that seem to be available for sale. He is a top player. Even at 32, he's still a goal scorer. And no doubt, if he come to the Premier League, I think he would score goals as well. He's a quality player. However, do Arsenal need another striker? We've got Lacazette, we've got Aubameyang, we've got Martinelli. That's not the priority for Arsenal right now. And I still keep saying it time after time. There are some people who look on it and say to themselves, well, listen, when you've got a player of this sort of quality and he's available on the cheap because the fee's not going to be very high because his contract's up at the end of the season, why not just get him? You can even have him as cover. But I think Mertens, anywhere he goes now, he's going to want to be starting week in, week out. And I just don't see him coming to Arsenal. But Dries Mertens still being spoken about today as a possible Arsenal target. And then there's this new kid that Arsenal been linked to today, Brazilian kid. His name is called Yan Couto. Now, I'm going to be open and honest right now. I've never heard of this guy, right? But then I'd never heard of Gabriel Martinelli. And look how good he's been since we bought him in from Brazil. But Yan Couto, he plays for a Brazilian team called Coritiba. He's only 17 and he's a right back. Now, right back is a problem for Arsenal right now. As we know, Ainsley Maitland-Niles has been covering, remember, in that area. Bellerin's out, still struggling to get back in. Callum Chambers, who could have covered in that position, is out for he's out for the rest of the season. So we've got a problem with right back. Mustafi could possibly cover there. We're going to move out. So maybe they could be looking at this kid as somebody who could come in as cover. I don't know. He's 17, coming straight into the Premier League. He might find it very difficult. But Arsenal linked him today. He's also been chased by a Leverkusen. His contract is up at the end of season with the Brazilian club. And the Brazilian club said to be willing to sell him for around about £4 to £4.2 million. He's highly thought of over there in Brazil. He was in Brazil's under-17 World Cup winning team. And as I said, we've worked a bit of magic in the summer in bringing Martinelli over from Brazil, who I think every Arsenal fan's been really, really happy with. He was also 17 and he's come in and he's taken the Premier League by storm. Could this guy be somebody similar? I can't comment because I don't know enough about the player. But if he's in Brazil's under-17 team, he must be pretty decent. Host of other clubs interested in him as well. It's not just Arsenal. but Arsenal's said to be interested. And remember, we've got Edu now, who's doing a lot of deals for Arsenal, who's also Brazilian, and he was instrumental in bringing Martinelli over. So who knows? We have to watch this space. So those are the rumours for today. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget we're going to be back here again tomorrow. Don't forget to check out all of our excellent content. Check out Blood Brothers, the episode that came out yesterday where we played United Stand. I was pretty unhappy in that video. So make sure you check the Blood Brothers out. And the whole series has been absolutely brilliant. The final is actually on Sunday. It's revealed now where AFTV are going to be taking on DT's team in the final. We've beaten them already. Hopefully we'll beat them again. But that final is taking place on Sunday. And you can get tickets for it. But thanks for watching the show today. And we'll be back tomorrow.